I have another story I want to tell because I was almost run over. It was almost the Roxanne, Fester, and Froggy show. I've talked about some of the reckless, like DoorDash and Uber Eats delivery drivers in my neighborhood. I was almost run over. 7:45. Look at this. I'm 7:46 now. I'm on time. I teased this as a 7:45 story. This is good for me. This is really good. I'm kind of on time here. And I'm going to name names here. I was walking the dogs, and this was on Friday night. So Friday night, I'm walking the dogs right after 6 p.m. Sun was still up. You know, the days are getting longer again as we get past the winter solstice. And as I'm walking the dogs, this car is flying at me. And I had seen the car go down the street. So the car was not going as fast coming into the neighborhood. And I saw that it stopped at a nearby neighbor's house. I'm like, must be a food delivery. Then the same car leaves after they obviously dropped off the food delivery. And the car is racing, doing maybe 50 miles an hour in a 25 in my neighborhood. The car is flying. I'm walking the dogs. I have to jump out of the way. The car is coming right at me. It is still light out. There's still plenty of sun out. It was like just after 6 o'clock. I don't know, like 6:05 or so. So, you know, the days are getting longer. And the car is coming right at me. And it's not slowing down.
Right.
It is not trying to avoid me. It's coming right at me.
It probably wasn't even looking up. It's probably looking down at a phone or something.
Well, maybe. And the pedal was to the metal. I have to jump out of the way. I'm yanking the dogs on the leashes to jump out of the way. And the car just whizzes right by me and probably 2 feet away from me. As I'm able to jump out of the way, the car goes by me maybe 2 feet from hitting me and the dogs. All right? And the car just takes off. I'm like, oh, my God, what the hell was that? So I go to the neighbor's house that got the delivery because, I was pretty sure that I saw a pizza box on the front dashboard. As they drove by the first time, I'm like, was that a pizza box? So they stopped off, and it turns out it was a pizza delivery. So I go to my neighbor's house. I'm like, hey, did you guys just get a pizza delivery? And they said, yeah.
Would you like some?
No.
Oh.
I said, do you mind telling me where it come from? And they said, oh, yeah, it's from Eddie and Sam's, which is
downtown?
In downtown Tampa. So it came from Eddie and Sam's Pizza. But they don't deliver. They use the app. So it's not Eddie and Sam.
Okay.
Eddie and Sam didn't nearly run me over.
Eddie's not delivering pies.
It was Uber Eats.
Okay.
So I said to my neighbor, who delivered it? She said, I used the app. It was Uber Eats. So they went on the app, and then they put in a complaint. But I was almost freaking run over by an Uber Eats driver delivering for Eddie and Sam's Pizza in downtown Tampa. And again, it's not Eddie's fault. It's not Sam's fault. They don't deliver. They use the apps. Once the pizza's picked up by the third party, they have nothing to do with it other than they made the pizza.
And they don't know who the driver is, right? So one of the drivers gets the order, picks it up.
My neighbor also said, man, it's taken an hour to get here. So I don't think that was Eddie and Sam's fault either. I think the delivery driver, it was Uber Eats, was just running crazy late. So I'm thinking this guy was driving like a maniac because the dude was running so, flipping late. Is Maybe. What the story, like, the pizza guy in Home Alone, and he smashes into that metal lawn jockey.
Yeah.
That's it.
Every time he pulls up?
Every single time. So that's my deal. I was almost mowed over by, and this is like the second time in a month. Remember I told the story about the Uber Eats guy or DoorDash? I don't know which one that was. I'm walking the dogs on a portion of my neighborhood where there's no sidewalk. The guy's coming right at me. I've got a flashlight on, and it wasn't even totally dark yet. And then as he almost runs into me, and then as I'm running off to the side, I can see the dude's just like totally glued to his phone. not even watching where he's going.
Drivers are too distracted for you to be walking.
Listen,
it's too dangerous to walk.
This is the second time in a month that I've almost been mowed down by these food delivery guys.
Get a treadmill.
Yeah, get a treadmill and a little patch of grass for the dog.
The dogs love to go on their walk.
It's going to kill you, though.
Yeah, the dog won't love getting hit by a racing food delivery driver.